welcome to the Jackie Takeover, the podcast where two single moms from different states try to survive life, raise teens, and chase dreams. Sometimes we laugh so hard we forget to cry. So grab a snack, maybe a glass of wine, and buckle up because we're about to get real and maybe a little ridiculous. There you
I
go.
can
How
still
about
hear
now?
you. Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Right.
So we just need to get the elephant out of the room.
There isn't any big reason why we haven't done it. So there's not a
No, we
lot
were
to
just trying to
say.
acclimate. That's all.
Yeah, there's so
We
much.
just needed to get the
Get our
kinks
bearings.
and yeah, that
We don't
too.
know what we're doing. Like, we just decided, let's do a
No.
podcast. We don't know what goes on. Like, what are the inner workings of creating a
No.
podcast, the platforms to put it out, the requirements, the equipment that you need. And we have stumbled our way here. And I know that
are.
we've been posting about it, and maybe we should have held back on sharing, but it's really exciting to make a decision like that. And so we may have shared it a little prematurely.
It's okay. It got people's antennas going and it pissed some people off, which we're doing
I
sometimes.
know.
So
I'm enjoying the fact that people are like, all right, so is it like when it's coming out? And we never put a date out there because I didn't want to give us a deadline. And thank
because that's
God,
just
because
anxiety.
yes, it would have been a lot more pressure to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
This isn't work, this is fun. And we want to bring other people in on the fun that we have. You have an insane personality and I love you for it.
I love you more.
Which compliments me.
The water to your fire, baby.
I always end up clicking really well with people who have similar personalities, like you and Karen have very similar personalities. And I had a really close friend that I had here in Florida, and her personality was very similar to that. Right now, we are both single moms. I've been a single mom for about 3 years, and then previous to that, for about 10 years. And I have not stepped into the dating world. But you, my friend, you have.
Trust me. You're not missing much, okay? Because the dating pool isn't a pool. It's literally a swamp. So, it is just messy and murky. You have no idea what lies underneath. It is just the epitome of the marsh, okay? And I'm just so let's get to the define ghosting, okay? Because for me, I probably ghosted like lots of people at this point.
So we're gonna come clean first before we start
Um,
sharing about how you've
yeah.
experienced. The flip side is we're gonna start with you being the ghoster.
So I'm the type, listen, I'm very transparent when it comes to certain things, but if I'm talking to you for a day or two, like week max, and we haven't met each other and I'm just not feeling the vibe, I'm just writing you off. You know what I mean? Like, I just, whatever. Like, I don't owe you any explanation. I've never met you. We haven't had a deep conversation. I barely know you. I don't even know your birthday at this point, let alone you. You know what I mean?
So criteria
Uh,
number one, you guys need to have met in person or connected in person within a week.
I'd give it maybe 2 weeks. But
Okay.
if the conversation is just dry, like the Sahara Desert, no,
The
you're
Sahara
off. That's
Desert.
it. I'm over it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, just keep it pushing. But if I have met you and we talk every day, consistent, like good morning texts, all of these things. How you doing? How was your night? How'd you sleep? Blah blah blah. Like talking, like
Mhm.
getting into a deeper level of conversation and making the plans to meet up and all of that and talking on the phone, FaceTiming, whatever. I just feel if I meet you and then I don't hear from you after, that's like actual ghosting. So if I went on a date and didn't respond to a text message or anything like that, or a phone call, or a hey, sorry I missed your call or I missed your text, I just got caught up with some stuff or whatever.
Okay.
Because I haven't gone on a date where I haven't been like, yeah, I'd like to see you again. For me, it's like I go on a date and it, and not all of them, majority of them though. It's like you go on a date and then you text the next day and it's like a 10-minute conversation. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. How'd you sleep? Whatever. And then crickets. Crickets. Like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
But they don't
But
tell you
like,
what they don't tell you that's what it is.
yeah, just tell me I'm not feeling it. I didn't feel a spark. I'm not feeling you. Whatever. You don't have to go into detail about, oh, I didn't like your fit or I don't like your personality. I didn't feel like whatever. I just am not feeling the vibe. In person, I'm not feeling you. Okay, that's fine. But at least let me know that. Just oof. Houdini and Casper out of nowhere. Yeah, that's a little. But if you're doing that after 6 weeks of talking and like hanging out all the time and all of this and all of that, it's like, how did we go from talking every single day, multiple times a day, like basically almost falling asleep on the phone with each other to
Silence.
silence? Like you could hear a pin drop.
I feel like if
And
that were to happen to me, my initial reaction would be, why would everything be going great for 6 weeks and then all of a sudden drop off? Does he have a girlfriend? Was that girlfriend out of town for that amount of time? Did he just get back together with somebody and that's why all of a sudden he drops off? Or he was dating multiple people, which is allowed. That is not whole behavior on either side
mhm,
to date
no,
multiple people. When you're out there dating, that is literally what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe he's dating multiple people and he made his choice at that point after 6 weeks. But it's okay to explain that and say, "Hey, I've had a great time with you, but I'm moving forward in a different direction. I appreciate you." Anything but silence would be respected. Like I
yes,
would respect that.
yes,
I feel like when I was younger, definitely would have put me into CIA mode, investigating.
for sure. But now I have the time, the energy, or the
Right.
desire to do
Right.
any of.
To be honest, it doesn't matter what the reason is. It doesn't matter. It's a reflection of them, not you or
Yeah.
anything to do with you. Now, if you are texting back to back all day, calling, trying to get a response, because at that point, he is now afraid to respond to you. Like that type of behavior, nah. You're
No,
pushing that person
the
away by doing
timer,
that.
I don't have the time or energy to do any of that either. First of all, that's not me. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like you could drop off the face of the earth. See, the thing about me is that I can go from 0 to 100 in cutting you off like this. You know what I mean? That's okay. I don't care. But at the end of the day, if you have some type of respect for someone, if you've been seeing someone for over a month and it has been consistent, and then all of a sudden you're just like flatlining, it's like, what just happened? Because that makes someone like me who is an overthinker go, did I say something wrong? Did I say something that turned them off? Did I do something that turned them off? And I'm very transparent. And I think that's probably my problem is that I tell on myself.
It's not. I keep telling you, it's not. Don't let those experiences change who you are because the right person is going to truly appreciate that about you.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had somebody ghost you and then reappear?
I've had Houdini moments for
Wait,
sure.
what's a Houdini moment?
You know, the I told you I really wasn't looking for anything. Mind you, still pursued me on top of that, even though we already knew that like we were just supposed to be friends. And did the whole like pursuing and talked to me and basically courted me for a while. And then when poof, be gone.
What?
And I was like, I think the energy's off a little bit. What's up with you? And the whole like, I don't want to go too into because
I know.
there's certain people who will know, but
So
um,
he spent time with you and then he went quiet, but you did get some kind of explanation?
Yeah, which was basically the explanation from the beginning. I'm not looking for anything, just got out of something, blah, blah, blah. Like the norm. And that's cool. You know what I mean? We agreed that we were just supposed to be friends. But at the same time, you still pursued me and you still saw that feelings were starting to develop. You know what I mean? So I don't know if feelings started to truly develop on that side. And he went, this is getting a little too real for me and this is something that I don't want to continue, then at that point, like, why go that long? Like, why not have the conversation with me for us to scale back a bit? You just did it by yourself with no regard for my feelings or like how I was feeling. And mind you, at the time, I didn't even know my feelings were as deep as they were until it all happened. And I was like, ew, girl,
Kind of
what's wrong with you?
forced you to think about what level you were at.
Yeah, and it was a level that I was like, dang, I didn't even know I was at this level, and that's a damn shame. God, I was like, bro.
Now, even though I haven't experienced the ghosting and the returning, the Houdini effect, that's what we'll call it, the
I
Houdini
love
effect,
it.
I do periodically experience the Houdini effect with ex-boyfriends. And I, to this day, still do not understand why. Why
I
is
don't
it
know.
that I get reached out to? And I don't know, I'm like, because I don't put my I wonder, is it because I don't put my relationship stuff on social media? Is it that they think that I need attention or that I'm available? Is there a sign on my forehead? I don't know, but I do periodically. People that I haven't seen in years, and it's almost like clockwork. And the last time I had a little bit of fun with it because this person was asking questions as if we were going to meet up. No. Why would I do that? And the silly responses just proving that they haven't grown up
Changed.
and I have no desire or any interest. I don't care how single I am or for how long. It's an absolute no. So I've experienced those type of Houdini situations, but girl, what you be telling me, I really feel like I'm a little afraid. I'm going to be honest. I'm afraid to step out there. I've been on the apps and I love doing the swiping cuz I love picking out. It's like a candy store, right? But as soon as they start conversations, I can't get past the tell
Like,
me about yourself. And I'm like, I don't want to. For what? For what? I
yeah.
literally end up like, for what? I just liked your picture. Or I have a great time reading bios. Like the
Oh,
things
we gotta
that
do that.
we have to do that where we can share the screen because listen, many times a glass of wine and let's scroll together
Nope.
because it's insane the things that people put out there. Not only the photos
Mhm.
because sometimes the biggest one that I feel like is a huge red flag, men who put photos of themselves with their children as their profile pic.
Oh no. No. It's like, why are you putting your kids on your profile?
Then there are the thirst trap photos. It's 2025. Enough with the thirst trap
Yeah.
photos. And
Yeah.
I'm literally looking in where did we leave off?
We're we're back to scheduled programming.
Back to the scheduled programming. You know what? Hold on.
Yes. I feel that. You deserve
It
that,
was
so it's
time.
fine.
What's the
Okay.
commercial?
Hungry? Why wait?
Okay, I have more.
Oh my god.
This is my daughter's
Jackie.
Halloween candy.
I'm done. I'm so done. Did she just stick a sticker? What does it say?
It's 2 stars.
Oh, you're out of this world, mom.
She is so funny.
Stick it to that manipulative note she wrote you.
It sure is glowing. I'm telling you, I
Oh
don't
my
know where they
god.
get this from. I'm not like this.
It's
she knows what she's doing.
it's oh yeah, she was trying to butter you up.
I'm sorry, mom.
Can't be sorry if you don't change the behavior. You can say sorry all you want. You
I'm
change the
trying to
behavior,
teach her that. But
and that goes for everything. Children, dating, us, especially me, because I'm the worst at texting and calling back. I'll be like, damn, I'm sorry.
but I feel
But I still
like
don't call and text back.
yes, but I feel like there's an understanding because never truly get mad. Any of my girlfriends. Yes, when we finally talk again, I'm gonna be like, but I'm not really mad. Like it doesn't bother me. I don't
Yeah.
like that doesn't feel like ghosting to me. But you can ghost a friend. You absolutely can.
Oh, yeah.
But back to what we were talking about with the dating apps, it's insane. I love having a great time reading bios and swiping, but as soon as it turns into a conversation, I'm not with it. I have
Oh, you
zero
do the road
interest.
runner. The road runner.
I'm the road runner. Yes, I am.
Dang. Dang.
I'm
You're
out.
like, no, I'm out.
And then I won't swipe for a couple of days. And I do it when I'm bored, something to pass the time because I get such a great laugh at it. But then when they're trying to talk to me, I'm like, yeah, no. I go as far as like I have my profile, I put my photos, I fill out my bio, I do all the things, and then I come to a halt. I cannot get past that. And I have just coughed it up to I'm not ready. But I will enjoy your
Yeah.
stories
So
because
you're the one. You're the one. You're the one. So you see, that's the problem. That's like my biggest thing too. Don't put something in your bio or even when they ask the stupid questions like what makes a good relationship or what makes a relationship and people are like, "Oh, consistency, good communication, this and that." And then you fall off
that's
the
because
face of
they're
the earth
chat
like a plank.
GPT in their bios at this point. Like it's not
It's
nothing is
wild.
real. And maybe that's probably one of the factors is nothing is real anymore. They can chat GPT their profile photos, okay, to make themselves look more professional. They can ask ChatGPT to create a profile that can be attractive to whatever traits they're looking for. You can literally do that. And I can tell when something is written really well that was ChatGPT. That's not the person. You can tell if you start having a conversation back and forth and they're talking differently, that's your red flag. Sometimes there's
Yeah.
people on their profile where the red flag is in their profile. The guy was like, don't message me if you're not ready to follow old school gender roles. I'm like, it's the delivery of it, right? Like he could mean that I want to be the man and take care of you. Absolutely. But
But don't come at me like
you're
that,
coming
cause
at like in your profile you're coming at women who no not non-traditional gender roles.
yeah.
They work, they take care of the family, but that is a shared responsibility. It's not all on the female. That I feel like that's more the norm than what it used to be, but there's still also traditional couples out
Mhm.
there with traditional roles where the woman doesn't work and they do take care of the home and the man goes out, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's the delivery of that. You're like right away coming off like that. And that has to be a conversation. Thank you for already putting yourself out there that you are a absolute no. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Taking itself out.
For real. to the garbage. Because so I have a lot of fun with that, but that's I can't get past that. And then did you know that there are Facebook groups
I know about them groups.
and it's by town. So listen,
Mhm.
whoever started this,
County. Mhm.
oh, I want to hug
Is
her.
an absolute gem
Listen, she's a
for sure.
genius.
Pure. There was a certain someone who ghosted me who wound up being posted.
No. Okay.
And it was so liberating because I was like, that is a you problem, sir, not a me problem. Like crazy. It just wild. There was like, I don't know, like 40 comments under it. And I was
That's
like, yeah,
wild.
dodged
I
all
l-
that.
I love that though because there have been people that I have swiped on that have tried to
Mhm.
start a conversation with me that are on that page. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love that page exists. I love that girls are like stay away,
Tea.
given
They spill all the
all the
Lipton.
everything. And then there are some that say, "Yeah, I dated him for a little bit. Nothing ever came of it, but he great guy, great this." And it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Nobody knows anybody anymore. You just don't.
Yeah.
And so those
And
pages allow for you to get some information. Now,
but
I
let's
know where
also
you
be for
going.
real.
I know where the next part that there's always a flip side to this. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Get
Because
angry.
you can be no, but not even that, but like you could be a gem in the community, but behind closed doors, you could be a totally different monster. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like people don't know what goes on behind closed
Right.
doors. Jeffrey Dahmer,
Girl.
charmer. You know
That's
what I
another
mean?
fear.
Like,
Another fear.
yeah, it's I don't know.
Listen,
It's
it
really
has happened to me before where I
not Jeffrey Dahmer, freaking Ted Bundy. God, Jeffrey Dahmer was the
sicko.
wackadoo. Yeah, he
You
was
must
like
have
the
just watched
weirdo.
the Netflix thing.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Murder docs are my thing. So I'm just like, ooh, that's probably my toxic trait.
That's actually it's not a toxic trait because listen, a lot of women are
Mhm.
very serious about law and order. A lot of other podcasts that follow court cases and all that stuff, it's insane. It's a big thing. But what I wanted to say was I definitely have been in that situation where you don't know a person. I dated somebody that the community looked up to. And this person was absolutely my knight in shining armor. And he was everything I could ever dream of in a man. And that's how he appeared to be. His family gave the golden seal on him. Like I said, the community, people knew him. And it was like all the things just aligned. Everything supported this person is really this way. Because sometimes, when like it feels too good to be true. And it absolutely did. This person was in the military and he, for a good while, was traveling back and forth to see me and spend time and to do the dating thing, the whole courting process. And we got to a point where we wanted to spend more time with each other, but we couldn't because of where he lived. And because I had all the seals of approvals, I'm a risk taker. I risked a lot to leave Jersey and come here to Florida. And I felt like I
Yeah.
need to keep following that, keep following my gut. I ended up moving to another state with this person. I then was no longer around the community. I wasn't around his family. It was just him and I. And this is where I got to meet the real version of him. And I'll go more into this story, but let's just say it ended in my one and only domestic violence situation. I did escape. I did get out and never saw this person again. But that definitely was a really big turning point in my life. But what do you do when you don't know what goes on behind closed doors? And what had
Yeah.
happened to me was I was not the first person that happened to.
It's terrible. It's
Yes.
literally terrible.
Yeah, so that scares me too. So
Um,
I'm just gonna sit here and wait for God to send me who he needs to send me because
baby,
I literally tell my girls in my church group, I literally tell them the next man in my life, he needs to walk on water, basically.
needs to be Jesus himself,
Which
baby.
is what I'm getting to. And I said that before even realizing what I said, meaning Jesus. That's about it. That's the only thing I'm open to right now. So that's what I mean by he's gonna have to walk on water in order for me to be open. But I hope that when it's the right time that I'm in the right place. So
Yeah.
until then, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But
Yeah. Listen, it's all scary. It's all scary. It's all confusing. It doesn't matter if you're ready, if you're not ready. At this point, I'm just like, I'm so go with the flow with a lot of things. And I'm a firm believer in, we've talked about this, you making time for the things that you want to make time for. Where you're going to put that effort is where you're going to put that effort.
I love it.
All right, y'all. If you made it this far, congratulations. You officially survived another episode of the Jackie Takeover. Please collect your emotional support beverage at the exit. And listen, if I said anything that offended you today, journal about it because I'm probably going to say something worse next week. Make sure you follow us, like us, DM us, send us some love, send us snacks. Honestly, at this point, send us anything because we're running on vibes, iced coffee, and probably a Celsius or two. This is Jack signing off, reminding you that life is messy, girlfriends are necessary, and if you see me out in public, mind your business, but also say hi, okay? Bye.